Toscana Country Club is recognized by industry leaders as one of the finest private club experiences in the country. The architectural features and lighting design are painted on an impressive canvas of distinctive beauty that is unique in every room and all facilities of the club. With over 5,600 light fixtures throughout the property, in one of the most expensive places in the country for electricity, converting to LED technology would be an attractive proposition for the club, only if the warm and buttery atmosphere can be duplicated with LED technology. The SES Lighting team spent hundreds of hours working with over 30 lines of lighting. It would take almost every line of lighting to come up with the right LED solution for each area of the club. The SES Lighting team had its work cut out for them to come up with the right manufacturers for this LED retrofit. One of the major factors is not only how the light looks, but how it performs. SES Lighting only works with manufacturers that have low failure rates and products that have been comprehensively tested. When the project is complete, the maintenance activities should all but come to an end with lighting. On any given day prior to the retrofit, the staff at Toscana Country Club was replacing up to 50 lamps, ballast, and transformers. After the retrofit, the club has been able to redirect those activities to more meaningful areas of the private club experience. You will now hear of the successful outcome of the project from Joseph Byrne, who is the Director of Engineering for the club.
About a year and a half ago, we started looking at the possibility of doing an LED change out at our facility. Knowing that technology was getting better, LED lighting was getting better, the cost of bulbs was coming down. It's something I looked into a few years ago, and it just seemed like the opportune time to start trying to figure out if we could do it at my facility. And through means of certain people that I work with, we were introduced to SES, which is a company that does full LED retrofits and analysis for electrical savings and what's happening at your property. Out of the couple companies that came to our club, we felt SES was probably the best choice for us. They had worked with country clubs before. They understood our ambient lighting, the design of our facility that was very important to be kept by our owner. The light temperatures, everything had to remain the same as it was because lighting is a huge deal. And Nelson really nailed it through this project, getting the lights right.
So Joseph, let's talk about what the major challenges were that we encountered together throughout the project. From start to finish, the installation took about 4 months.
Well, I think from starting, both of us were shocked. I've been here now this is my 8th season. How many lights are actually at this facility? You know, having 5,600 light bulbs in an area that's fairly small with 5,600 transformers, ballast, different kinds of fixtures all over. It presented a few problems for us, but you know, and dealing with our Lutron systems. We have one older Lutron system from 2005 and a newer system that operate a little differently.
So Joseph, if you were to compare today to last year at this time, what is your staff doing differently as far as not having to change a lot of lamps, light bulbs, ballasts, and transformers?
Absolutely. I mean, it's freed up tons of man hours. Obviously, part of your analysis was based on man hours we spend changing light bulbs, purchase of light bulbs, and as I was explaining, the last few months have shown that we've saved 160,000 kilowatt hours over 4 months. So your analysis was right on what you gave us for our return on investment. And if you put in the man hours as well as light bulb savings purchase of a couple $1,000s a month in light bulbs, I mean, we're right on target to save what you told us we'd save. So to me, it's very exciting, and I'm sure to our owner. I've had no complaints from anyone. I mean, everyone seems to love the lighting, and I've always said if I don't hear anything, it's great, and we've heard nothing, so.
We've seen a lot of clubs across the country try to do these projects on their own, and things just never get finished, or they put the lights in with the wrong light temperature, and then they wind up pulling them out again. Have you found value with our products?
Oh, absolutely. I could have never done this. In fact, when I started looking at this, I would have never done this. I'm not a temperature expert. I'm not a, I don't know that stuff. It was much better dealing with a company that's very thorough and has a lot of knowledge. And it was great having SES come out and get us every kind of possible bulb we can try until we found what was right for our facility and move forward with that. So, huge benefit. Obviously running into your company turned out to be awesome, but even 4 or 5 years ago, I was telling our other club to change the bulbs now. Back then, bulbs were more expensive, $40, $50. The lifespan would have been the same, but no one really knew about them as well as today. And it's just shown you guys have taken, if you've done a club like this, you'll be able to do anywhere. Because this was a tough project. Then you met the high expectations of everyone around here, especially our owner.
Joseph, I want to talk a little bit in this segment about the challenges that we found with very low watt LEDs and the leaching of power and light staying on, and how we figured that out throughout the project.
Well, actually, you figured it out. One of the main issues we ran into on the older Lutron system in this building is somehow nothing more than a volt and a half is being passed through the dimming modules from our backup battery system, which is keeping the lights on, which is kind of crazy to think, a light bulb can stay on with a watt and a half. But through processes, obviously, you called Lutron, working through all the steps, we're able to come up with a solution of putting resistance on each circuit, and we've tried the resistors, and it appears they're all going to work now to take away that extra volt or whatever's happening through our emergency system.
Toscana Country Club turned over the project to SES Lighting, who executed every aspect of the project that included installation, product procurement, integration and programming of the lighting control systems, project management, and rebate administration. Doing all aspects of the project right the first time takes an attention to detail and time. The process from start to finish took approximately 4 months to complete, and the outcome turned out to be a complete success for the membership and for the club. SES Lighting is proud to have worked with Toscana Country Club, one of the most beautiful private clubs in the country.